Okay, I have a book review today. I read this book. It's by David Grann, and he's the author of Killers of the Flower Moon. This is a bestseller. It's about the wager. That is the wager. And it's called A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder. And because of this, I'm not really spoiling anything if I tell you there's a shipwreck. So it I don't think it's historical fiction, um, because this much of the back of the book is all the notes on where he got stuff from. The British Library, the Admiral's Master Logs, um, the guys who survived wrote books. Some of the guys kept logs, like the officers, and uh, and it tells you all this stuff of where they quoted this from the seaman. It was quoted from the British Naval Admiralty in the age of Walpole, page 1 8. Like it's telling you where they got all the information from, right? Um, English Library, careful in writing. English Library, they got that from. You know what I mean? So, so I don't know what you call it, but it's a historical story, right? And about it's a true story, anyhow. So he's written about this true story. So I'm gonna tell you, it's not all about the mutiny. Well, it is all about the mutiny, but it's not all about the court trial. The court bit is just a little bit at the end, and the book is all about the adventure. And although it does go into stuff from ships from the 1700, well, from the 1800s, it's 17 something in this book. And so 1740s or whatever. And so this group of ships leave England to go harass the Spanish ships, right? And so they go to Brazil first, which is Portugal and friendly to England, and then they go through the Magellan Straits. And they get broke up and lost, and they're all by themselves. Or, well, anyhow, the wager ends up by itself. And then after it makes it through the strait, it crashes in Patagonia or Chile or somewhere like that, right? And then, of course, the men have to decide who's going to be save our lives, right? Because they sail out of there. And half of the group, the mutinous group, sailed back through the straits, and the other groups sail north to, and when I sail north, I mean they're floating. They had to build makeshift ships out of parts of the broken ship, and there was a boat that came with the broken ship, like a rowboat, and and the ship's carpenter made a boat for everybody. Well, for half of everybody. Whatever. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. Anyhow, they mutiny, and one part of the group goes this way, and one part of the group goes that way, and then they straggle back to England. Years and one here, one there, a couple here, a couple there, and finally there's a trial about the mutiny, right? And it's all about the adventure. So this book is all about the sailing adventure. A lot of it is about like the hierarchies of captains and gunners and chief mates and all this, so you can understand who had what obligation to who, right? But the tale is about a bunch of guys living on a ship, and then about a bunch of guys living on a freaking raft they built, right? So it's a really cool book. So I'm gonna give this book 2 thumbs up. As far as an adventure read, this is like an 8. This is a great book. I recommend it to anybody who likes historical books, anybody who likes adventure books, and anybody who likes sailing books. So, have a good day. If you like this video, You like this video? You could like my other videos. You could subscribe, and maybe in a month or two, I'll have another book review. Okay. Have a good day.